Welcome to Flat Earth Debate. I'm your host, Nathan Oakley, and if you are new to this channel or you have not done so already, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. If you would like to support this channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside each of these shows while they are live, but most importantly, if you would like to join the debate, simply mute the page you are currently watching, then click the link in the info box to join the discussion and express your views on the shape of the Earth. There are a couple of rules in the Hangout. Number one, please don't swear. If you do, you'll be ejected, and if you are, please don't try to rejoin the stream using sock accounts. You'll be warmly welcome back on the next stream. Please share the show on social media as this increases the live audience and this in turn increases the chances of a more diverse panel. So please share the show. And one last time, if you are new to the channel or you have not done so already, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. Shout out to Travel Cal. Good to have you in our chat. Hello, Lottie Says. Good to have you as well. Nice to see you. If you want to join the Hangout, Travail, just simply click on the link. It's in the info box. So click the down arrow below the video. It'll open up a little box with some information in it right at the bottom. Just double check it's there. Yeah, just click that link and you can join the show. So yeah, it'll take you to a Google store if you don't have Hangouts on whatever tablet, phone or PC that you've got. So yeah, just install the app. It takes 30 seconds. How you doing, Seeds of Doubt? Good to have you. Says, hashtag justice for Lottie. The viewer height has been measured and Ranty should pay up like an honest person would. So what's the viewer height? It's news to me. Shout out to Dave T. Good to have you here. Nice to see you. Good morning to you too, the Afterlife now. Good to have you here. Thank you for all your kind words in the comments. Hello to Soundly's Banana Camp. Got our first guest. Can you hear me, Roses? Maybe not. Hello to The Rig. Says, check out my channel. Some stupid stuff been posted, but super sub, super share, and super like. Will do, The Rig. Shout out to Globe Thrusters. Good to have you here. Nice to see you. Good to have you, Vane Veen. Says, the Rig's channel is dedicated to his love of Nathan Oakley. That's cute. The Rig says, it's my first video, so give me a break, lol. I'll have to check it out. If it's an advert, I will definitely thank you. Globe Thrusters says, really annoying. Oh, not really enjoying. My eyes deceived me. Really enjoying the debate series. I thought it was a negative comment there. My eyes deceived me. Thank you, Globe Thrusters. That's very kind. Good to have you here, HSB gang. Are you going to apologise today, Nathan? What for? Good to see you, Hellboy. Freudian slip. No, I don't think so. Being an expletive. Oh, right. No, I'm not going to apologise for that. That's just how I am. Dedicated to the memes of Nathan Oakley. They are many in number. Huge shout out to all the people who make me adverts. Thank you very much. Good morning to you too, Arwin. Good to see you. Beautiful morning here. Birds are singing. Joined by Ali B. Good to have you here, Ali.
How you doing, Nathan? How coming through okay? Can you hear me? Hello.
Can be heard, Ali, but I can't hear you because one of my amps is off. Oh, have you been removed already before I've even got back to my seat? It's going to be one of those shows. How you doing, Arwin?
Hey, hello. I just wanted to get in like 2 words before I get sniped again.
If you do,
I'll see you on Skype soon, I guess.
maybe. We shall see.
A nice kicking ass these last few hangouts. It's actually been kind of peaceful and quiet without the standard global opposition agents getting in our way, talking over everyone. It was kind of nice and quiet.
It is. Like I said earlier, I'm sitting here, peaceful, birds are chirping. It's lovely.
Yeah.
The doors are still wide open though. Anyone is welcome to join. See if Ali B's got some sound. I'm sure you could be heard last time, Ali.
Right, hang on. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Good to have you.
I can.
There's Lottie.
How you doing, Lottie? Good to have you as well.
Oh, good morning, everybody.
Good morning to you too.
Morning.
I'm boycotting the boycott to come and spend time with my favourite wizard.
You're getting in trouble.
No, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
I've got a pass. I get a pass. I've got a hood pass to come in here.
Oh, good stuff.
I come to make Nathan Oakley great again.
I don't know. He's doing a pretty good job.
Already great.
I just wanted to say, guys, about last night. I caught that Truth Frequency interview. Very well done, guys.
Oh, it was really poor. It was awful.
Yeah.
So I've got a quick comment, Nathan. Just a quick question. Do you know why we haven't been coming into your hangout then? Oh, is that one of the questions you don't like, Nathan? Are you not answering me? Yep, this game again. Fantastic, Nathan.
I could probably answer.
No, your name's not Nathan. Your name is Wizard Boy.
Not really, but I could answer.
What was the question?
Okay,
Why
then.
Globers aren't coming in the panel anymore?
How you doing, Spurs? Good to
Go
have
on,
you.
then.
Morning, morning.
Good morning, Flat Earth. The
Okay,
latest
that's enough from you, Spurs. Okay,
Okay,
carry
so-
on, Alwyn, please.
What you say there, Nathan?
It's good, good.
Oh, you can hear me all right, yeah?
Well, I think that the Globers are, the Globers, yourself not included, I guess, despite you are, but like the calculation boys out there.
Hold on, Arwin.
Probably
Arwin, hold on. We've got a baller here. We want to hear the response from this, the great revelation. You know, they were on the boycott.
Shut your stinking mouth, Spurs. Me and Arwin are having a conversation already. So just hold on, please.
Yeah, but we want to get the reaction.
I thought you
No,
guys wanted
we
to
were
know.
already in the middle of a question and answering phase before you jumped in, you
What are
bloody
you talking
nincompoop.
about? What are you talking about?
Well,
Shut
maybe
up,
this
Spurs.
is why the Glowers aren't coming anymore, because just if there's more than one, you just start infighting immediately.
There's no infighting. I asked you a question, and then Spunk Emo jumped in straight away and
Oh,
tried
yeah.
changing the
Why
conversation. We
the
don't need that.
Why the Globers didn't come here anymore?
Yeah,
So you're trying to blame Nathan?
Okay,
of course he will.
go on then. Answer the question. No spells, please.
Oh, well, yeah, of course.
I don't
The
need to
reason why
cast
you all
spells.
backed out is pretty simple. The
Spurs,
top ballers,
we've
the so-called top
hell up.
ballers, they figured out that Riley had actually
don't
seen
need
their
to speak
island. So instead of
don't
arguing,
need this in my
the best thing
life.
to do in this case is to back out.
I didn't sign
That's
up
why
for this, Spurs.
the boycott
Just
happened.
back off. Back off, Spurs.
Say your piece.
Right, Arwin, go ahead. No funny business or voodoo, please.
Right. Yeah, maybe you should like not be so superstitious towards me. Like, I don't know where you get to the conclusion that I'm casting spells or anything. It's really funny and all, but just me talking
Oh,
is
God.
not
There's someone at the door. I'll be back now.
right. So, as for why aren't they coming anymore? Well, it might be that they were at first coming all together because Nathan, well, let's just say the first 50 Flat Earth debates pretty much let them do and say whatever they wanted, be as arrogant as they wanted without any limits, as long as they weren't swearing, basically. And the Glober calculus heads became so comfortable with this that they thought, yeah, this is finally the place where we can dominate. So they kept coming back. They felt this is our room now. This is the place where we can dominate and overpower the flat earthers. And then after basically the 70th hangout, Nathan gradually changed his attitude and actually started to be more confrontational and started to basically choke the Glober calculus heads with real facts and real evidence and measurements. And then the psychological counter warfare operation started with the absolute denial and distraction and confusion creation. And that didn't work. So now they're boycotting it because they're not coming back because they can't dominate with their lies and delusions. It's like a church. It's like a religion. Hey, if you can't just believe whatever you want in your church the way you want it, you will stop coming to that church. So, and well, Nathan's Flat Earth debates are no longer your globe church. It's been broken. Your spell's been broken. Your religion has been revealed to be a religion. And yeah, you don't feel comfortable here anymore. You lost your safe space.
Yeah,
It doesn't work anymore.
They were the ones.
That's why you're not coming anymore.
They were the ones that were being the wizards, not you, mate. They were the ones that were deceiving. That's all these astrophysicists or theoretical astrophysicists. That's all they are, wizards. That's what they started as.
No, that's an insult to the word wizard. A wizard actually is wise and knows things, real things. They're not wizards, they're calculus heads, they're mechanizers. They use math to create illusions of things that aren't real and make those things real, appear to be real. It's not wizardry, it's an illusion. It's illusionists. That's what they are.
Yeah, well, it's just down to definitions. I just use that word wizard. I perceive that word in a different way. It doesn't matter whichever, it only goes down to definition, but they use magic anyway.
Ali,
yeah.
right, mate. So, I mean,
you okay?
Yeah, good to see you. So you're convinced now, obviously, that we see island, yeah? You're a flat earther?
Yeah, I have been for 2.5 years, mate.
Well, yeah, of course. I know that anyway. But I just mean, because you question that you think we went to the moon, yeah?
Yeah, I do, yeah. And I believe in satellites.
So this would kind of expose the lie now, yeah? That we didn't actually go to the moon. The photographs were fake. Satellites are all fake. The whole thing is a sham.
What? Say that again. Sorry, I missed that.
We're on a flat Earth. We can understand the whole thing is a lie. It's all made up. So you can't still believe in the moon landing still, yes? Basically what I'm asking.
Well, yeah, of course I do. And I believe in satellites as well. And this is the thing I have to say, right? Just let me, before I say it. But in the end up, right, if we're going to use the argument, it doesn't matter what's up there and, you know, the sun's got nothing to do with it. You know, we're looking down here observing. I don't know why flat earthers keep bringing up that the moon landings in ISS, they seem to cherry pick. And I find it personally myself, because I believe in them and I'm a flat earther, I find it offensive because I've watched some interviews on mainstream and these people that they always bring up, or you believe satellites don't exist, or you believe ISS now. That sounds ridiculous to the majority of people in the world. And these are the people who are trying to convince. So I tend to accept it exists. It doesn't prove whether it's flat. It's a totally different subject whatsoever from the flat earth. I've already got an idea of how I think that they've done it and how satellites are operating up there. I know their purpose anyway. So I tend to not talk about that because to me, it's got nothing at all to do with the flat earth. It's just about NASA deceiving or, you know, hiding facts and stuff like that, right? But that's got nothing. That doesn't prove anything.
Well,
satellites is a good subject. I mean,
yeah, well for me,
satellites are like a network connection that aren't necessary.
Ali, you hear me?
Basically.
Yeah.
Well,
so I'm saying that the
yeah, let me answer Arwen. I've got to say, well, what they're actually doing with these satellites, Arwen, is they're looking for something. They find oil. They find loads of stuff.
No, absolutely not. No.
But how do you know?
Because they got spy planes. They've always had spy planes. They do everything, and the rest is all towers.
Listen, have you actually?
But now they can use blimps or balloons to scan stuff.
Excuse me. Have you actually looked into satellites instead of watching videos on YouTube? Have you actually looked at how they operate, what they're meant to be doing?
Ali, stop. Ali. Every image from a satellite, every image from the ISS, every image from the moon is fake. So if the images are fake, why would you still think that the landings?
Yeah, I don't see the images. The only one I have a problem with, is when they do that Earthrise. The rest of them, I don't see them as fake. I just see them that they're on a tiny little ball.
Yeah,
and that's all they are. It's tiny.
Ali, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I agree there. It doesn't. It really doesn't make any sense, Ali.
Right, but
satellites are not floating up there in space. There might be some high altitude balloons with connection relays and scanning equipment, but that has only been introduced much later, as in the 21st century later. Because they could, because it was like a new project they could do, but it's never been necessary. Satellites have never been necessary. They were always a connection part to form the wireless network around the phantom ball, and it was never necessary.
Listen, the army used them. The military brought them out first. And they
come on, Ali. You're actually gonna tell me or everyone that it's they needed to use them because
let's hear
you're
it.
military.
Let's hear it. I want to hear it.
Military, you know,
Let's hear it, Arwin.
NASA
Let's hear
is
it.
in the
Arwin, let him speak. Let's hear it.
And that's what pisses me off about people, because it's the easiest way to destroy anybody talking about the flat earth or getting taken serious is when you start saying they're up in the ISS and space is fake. What's that got to do with the shape of the earth?
Everything.
Because if there's a dome, where's the space?
It has everything to do with the Earth being flat.
Forget the dome. You can't prove a dome. It's about
you don't need to prove the dome.
It's about
outer space is physically impossible on a flat Earth because it wouldn't make any sense for an infinite space to be out there like that.
Ali, slow down a minute. For a rocket to work, it has to orbit a ball. That's what they tell us.
What has to orbit?
So you're believing one thing. Well, they say that the rocket orbits and then it goes off into space. It doesn't go straight up.
Listen. What it does is when they send these rockets off, it goes in at a certain angle, and they hit a medium where they immediately lose all acceleration, and they go flat into a plane. They're circulating a plane round a plane or some kind of I don't know, magnetic vortex or some kind of current.
Yeah, Ali, you have way too much imagination, dude.
Well, listen,
way too much.
Listen to Mr.
Absolutely
ridiculous, illusional, holographic world kind of person. Listen, he's talking.
I'm talking.
Ali, what
you're a ridiculous fantasist. You're imagining this stuff.
Calm down.
Hold on.
We're only 20 minutes in. Calm down.
Snitches get stitches.
So rockets either go straight up or they orbit a ball. I doubt a rocket would circle a flat plane like an aeroplane. It wouldn't be a rocket. Yes?
Spurs, you have no idea. Stop just making random assumptions. In fact,
I have no idea. This is why I'm asking. If somebody who believes in a rocket, give me the idea. How do we understand it? Because if Ali's on a flat Earth, how does a rocket work on a flat Earth? Is what I'm asking.
Shout out to Sniper on Deck. If you could just come and give us a visit.
No, Lottie, shut up.
Arwin, listen.
I'm not Arwin.
I call you what I want.
Yeah, I know that you call me that. It's stupid.
So
stop doing that. Stop being so annoying. It's useless. Ali, you're being useless.
Seriously. I'm just curious to know how you see, if you understand it's flat.
Shut up, Lottie.
How would a rocket work on a flat Earth?
Arwin.
Shut up, Lottie.
Look, can you two stop it? I'm actually quite interested in what Ali's got to say on this subject, and he's just had a concise question put to him. So can you two put your bickering aside just for a second?
No, we're friends.
Can you ask that question again? Sorry, Spurs, I was away to making a coffee, but I'm back now. What was the question you said? I just caught the last bit.
Good timing.
Well, no, I'm just curious to know how a rocket would work on a flat Earth. Because as far as I'm aware, they orbit a sphere.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Do you remember a thing called Operation Fishbowl when they were launching rockets up into and they were hitting something?
Oh yeah, were they?
This is just my opinion.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because
what they found
Arwin, just let him let's go about 10 words out. Can you just let him speak, Arwin? Just let him get to the end. He might take a couple of minutes. Just pop yourself on mute and just let him give his explanation so we can hear it.
Silencio momento, Arwin. Silencio momento.
Right, so during Operation Fishbowl, you've seen the videos. They were sending rockets straight up, right? And they were exploding or they were hitting something. Either when they were exploding, it seemed to ripple across. So I think, in my opinion, I found out, right, they can't send rockets straight up. Now, if you notice when they send rockets out, they send them at an angle and they kind of loop over and people say, look, they're going to land in the sea. That's the angle that they've got to hit. Whatever they're hitting up there, there's a current circulating around us at the moment. This is just my opinion, whether it be a liquid gas or hydrogen or that there's some kind of vortex that they actually put these things into, and it's layered. It's in layers, and they drop it at 100 miles. According to them, they put it in a thing called a parking orbit, and the ISS actually moves up and down which I get a lot of shit off of the ballers for because they say that's crap, but it isn't. The shuttle used to do it. They used to come down, pick up the satellites, go up to 250 miles and launch them. And if you actually look into what they tell you, what the satellites are and what they do, I've got a picture in my head what it is. It's going round in a big circular vortex above us, whether it be magnetic or something, but they're actually in, I don't know, maybe a thicker ether or whatever, and they're actually floating around on top in these currents. Like you'd be underwater. If you were underwater caught in a vortex, you'd be going round like that. And that's how I see it. That's basically, that's the simplified part. And that's how I can imagine, the same as the ISS. I imagine the ISS with the solar panels, right? Or solar panels could possibly also be sails. But that's a bit off the wall. But as I say, so they adjust it to move up and down. They've got gyroscopes inside it as well, which they used on the lunar lander to position the craft. They've got 3 gyroscopes, which actually turns the space station due to the fact that the gyroscopes maintain its position. So they fire them up. So when there's a force applied by the ISS on the gyroscopes won't move, so the ISS actually moves instead. Done with hydraulics and stuff like that. But so I can justify that in my head, and I get an idea of what. So the moon and the sun, they're all floating around in some kind of they're caught in this current or whatever it is up there that's going round. So that's my opinion. So there's your answer.
Very good answer as well, Ali.
I could barely keep track of what you were saying. It didn't make any sense.
Arjun, seriously, go and play some Hearthstone. We haven't got time for this.
All right, Arwen's just called me the worst representative of Flat Earth. I appreciate that, Arwen.
Yeah, you are.
Not that I really care, but...
Arjun,
no, you don't, but seriously, everything you just said, for as far as I was even able to keep track of it, it's ridiculous. It's not very well thought out. It's just you're treating the Earth and all this logic like a big box of Legos. It's ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. Every time I hear you speak, you do this kind of stuff. There's no consistency in it ever.
Excuse me, I hardly ever talk about this because I know what it causes. It causes people like you to come out and make ridiculous statements through incredulity.
Ridiculous statements.
And lack of knowledge and through ignorance.
Oh, yeah, I have lack of knowledge. That's a good one, Ali.
You have read nothing about satellites or anything like that at all.
No,
You've watched
of course I don't. Sure.
A couple of Jeranism videos, and that's you. Yup, satellites are fake. You haven't even looked into it, mate. So,
I haven't looked into it. Oh, really? So there's no satellite balloons going up on the news in Australia? That's all fake.
Ali, are you able to show anything of what your, or is it just your?
No, of course he's not.
Can I say that again? Can I what? I'll answer. Sorry, say again, Spurs.
Saying like, is it just your like? I don't want to say imagination, your idea of things, or are you able to like show what has brought you to that thinking?
Well, I could say, I'll tell you what, I could explain it to, if someone was good with graphics, I could explain to someone exactly what is in my head. I've got in my head how I see things working. Right, I've got that in my head.
But again, you can kind of see
like a box of Legos.
You can see this is kind of like the ballers argument, what we've been battling, for the longest time.
No, they're not.
Like, this is what the ballers. This is.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Listen.
No. I'm not talking. I'm not saying that you're saying it's a ball. I'm saying that the way that they approach, the way they live is the same way like you're approaching. Well, rockets work because of this. You're not really showing us anything,
Mm-hmm.
Because I never get a chance to talk about it. This is like the first time, and every time I do talk,
you get plenty of chance to talk about it. He just asked you for any visual proof.
Everybody, I don't need to.
You got a YouTube channel, dude. Why don't you actually do it?
You can
only talk. Why don't you show it?
I'm not obliged. I'm not obliged to anybody whatsoever.
Well, then stop making excuses that you don't get the chance.
What do you mean excuses? I would
Man. You've been on YouTube for over a year, man. Stop making these ridiculous excuses for yourself.
Listen, I need to interject here. No one can understand what either of you are saying. Ali's speaking alcoholic Gaelish, which no one can understand, and Arwin's speaking in riddles, poems, and spells. We'd appreciate it if you'd stop. Thank you.
It's a good one, Lottie.
Guys, it's really easy. Just enunciate. It's all you have to do. Just enunciate your words, and everyone will be happy. We can understand what utter tripe you're talking. Thank you.
So I couldn't understand a word of that, Lottie. You've got the cheapest microphone in the world.
No, I have not. It's incorrect, Nathan. Another lie from you. But it's okay. We discover your lies regularly.
Perfect time for the exact flaw with your mic to manifest. Excellent. I love technology.
It's not the mic, Nathan. It's my internet connection. I'm using my data, you absolute dullard. Yep, we'll just leave it at there.
Dullard? Did you have to look that one up in the dictionary?
Nope. D-U-L-L-A-R-D equals Nathan Oakley. Thank you.
You're a terrible speller.
How you doing, Sniper on Deck?
Okay.
Are you going to say hello?
Arwidgeon. Can you elaborate, please? Do you not? Can I just ask a question? Arwidgeon, can you spell? No, sorry, that's not the right word. Don't spell it because okay. Can you phonetically say dullard for me, please?
Yeah.
Is that possible? Go on then. How do you spell it? So how did I incorrectly spell dullard, please? Dungeons and Dragons is shit.
What's the point here?
Yeah, what's the point of this?
You said I can't spell when I used the word dullard, so I would like you to spell.
Yeah, you said
dullard.
It's equal to Nathan Oakley. I don't see that really.
Well, that's nothing to do with spelling, is it, Arwidgeon?
Oh, I see his point,
Arwidgeon,
Lottie.
I can't believe.
He's saying that you put an
Arwidgeon.
equal sign after the word dullard and my name, and Arwin's saying, well, you clearly can't spell if you think dullard equals Nathan Oakley, because the two don't equal each other. That's
exactly.
his point.
Thank you, Nathan, for getting
So putting
it.
equals to does not equal spelling, you absolute morons. I'm not saying it's the same spelling, am I? I'm saying you are one and the same. A dullard is Nathan, and Nathan is a dullard. Are you
Okay,
really?
well, thank you for your opinion. Maybe you should stop wasting everybody's time with your nonsense.
Are you serious, Arwidgeon? Are you serious? I can't believe this.
Anyway, back to the shape of the Earth. I think I've got to agree with Ali in one respect, that it doesn't necessarily matter in terms of what's up there. If you're going to argue that the sun, moon and stars are intangible objects, what difference does it make? You know, if everyone wants to accept that satellites are there, then that's perfectly reasonable. How you doing, Ranty? Can you hear us? It's like Arwin's been sniped already.
Please tell me Ranty's here. This is going to be fantastic.
Nice interview, Ranty, by the way. Well impressed with you, Anthony, Chris and Nathan. Well done, guys. Very professional. That was cool.
I don't know if he's immediately been sniped out. Maybe. Yeah, it looks like it. I'll bring it back.
I hope so. He was sniping me yesterday when I was trying to enter, the bloody knucklehead. He deserves to be sniped.
Nobody deserves to be sniped. I'll probably be next.
No, Ali, you've got my blessing. You can stay. I vouch for you.
Yeah, well.
Hello.
How you doing, Ranty?
You're one of us, Ali.
Yeah, not too bad. Literally just woke up.
Yeah, so I get accused of.
Nah, everybody knows you're a baller. You're just pretending. It's fun stuff. We like it.
Arwin, you're right.
Yo.
Hello, Owen.
Hey,
Sniper on deck,
welcome
didn't
back.
want you here, clearly.
Yeah. That was weird. I guess the troll only comes after 12. The sniper didn't. Was nice for a moment.
Alright, back to
So-
a game of two halves. Skype and Google Plus back in play. Didn't take long. What was it? 40 minutes.
The
Students don't like the debate, do they? Let's face it.
Is that Ranty? Ranty, can we get my money? It's been a while.
Not even going to even answer you.
Well, just by saying that, that's technically an answer, so you've debunked yourself again. What a knucklehead. This is so easy. I'm having a break. I'm going to go have some coffee, and I might self-medicate to make this funny.
Goodbye.
See
Bye.
ya.
Go away.
Bye-bye.
I decided that I don't like coffee. Smoking cannabis is bad for your health, so I'm going to stay.
Okay, stay then.
Good.
I will. Thank you. Thank you for your blessings and spells and well wishes.
So do you not agree, Arwin, that you could completely ignore satellites? They don't necessarily have to even form any part of a flat Earth argument. That's Sally's point.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, as I tried to explain when everybody, especially Lottie, started talking over
Shut
me.
up, Howard, let someone else talk.
Go away and
it's
get
probably
your
best that
coffee,
you just ignore
okay?
satellites.
Go away and
They
get
just
your coffee
debunk
and stick it up
all of
your
your idiocy.
behind
So
end,
if you
okay?
just ignore them,
It's actually
like
more healthy
Sleeping
for you
Warrior
that
did
way.
with standard restriction when he deleted it and made his own.
So, but as
It's
I
just
was saying
outrageous.
about satellites, it's completely superfluous. You don't need it at all. It's a phantom connection relay in a system where you need to basically go around a corner for the signal to work, because that's required on a globe Earth that has temperature. You have to have the signal be curved, but on a flat Earth, it's completely, you don't need it at all. You don't need anything. You just need a tower with enough reach, basically, and you can get anywhere. And eventually, if you want to go further, and there may be like air layers that are just too thick, that have too much water in them, even on a clear day, and then you might
Origin, we
want
just
to
want to welcome
another
Jazaconda
relay,
and
so
Flow
that
Earth.
can you
Welcome
please let me
to
finish? Can you please
No,
let me
Origin,
finish?
I'm doing introductions. What don't you understand, you
Go
nincompoop?
and get your coffee and let me finish. And then you can start
I was doing
interrupting and calling me a wizard and being
wizard.
annoying as hell, as you always are, okay?
Origin, you don't even play Dungeons and
If you
Dragons.
want
Get out
a
of here.
clear connection in an open space, and the radio towers no longer function as you would like them, like for example on very vast spans of ocean, you don't want to build a tower in an ocean that's a lot of effort, and it damages through the salty water. Then you might actually be inclined
Welcome, Banana
to
Earth. Welcome, Banana Earth.
with a relay to enhance this connection. But before, just to have a general connection that can suffice on land, you really don't need it. You just need a bunch of towers, and it works perfectly. So, but the funny thing is about satellites is it speaks to the imagination, and it's a great opportunity to fool people into handing you a lot of money for fake rocket launches, all that stuff, maintenance. And people believe this, and they are paying a lot of money for satellites.
Seriously, you just need 30 seconds to
exist
welcome
at all
Arwigin. Welcome,
for the whole
Arwigin.
thing
Thank
to
you.
function. So that was my point. Now you can interrupt me.
I guess the boycott's over then.
I was never in the boycott. I'm a sole trader. I stand on my own, and I do what I like. And I've decided to come here and try and collect my money. Ranty?
Is that what you've tried to do? Why would you have tried to do that?
Because you owe me £5,000.
Like real
Can
world.
you remember what Mate 4's name is on Skype? I can't remember what his name is.
Gay fall.
In here somewhere.
So
I'll
why
find it.
weren't you part of the boycott then?
I just told you, Ranty, in my previous statement, I do whatever the hell I want.
I'll add you on Skype, Make 4, because you just keep repeatedly getting sniped out. I don't know if they find it funny with certain individuals that they just literally don't want to have a word at all. But yeah, I'll add you once I find you.
And we're trying to make the hashtag Justice for Lottie to start trending. So if you could all just post that, it'd be great. Thank you.
Justice for you, good one.
Just ridiculous.
We've already
been through this. Yeah, justice for nobody. Justice for me. Justice for Ranty. You owe me £5,000, buddy.
No, Ranty, you owe me £5,000. The viewer height was bigger than 36 feet. We all know this. You're a liar, and you have a perfectly oblong head.
That wasn't the bet, though, was it? That wasn't the bet. The bet was from Anthony's standing point, where he was filmed on the rocks, down to the rocks. I could fit 3 caravans in, and that's exactly what I did.
Nope. You used the caravans as a reference for the measurements, and the height you said was less than 36 foot. How you decided to measure it being less than 36 foot is irrelevant to me. I don't really care if you chose a random caravan as a 12-foot height. You stated it was less than 36 foot.
Anybody on the internet that actually paid up after losing a bet? Seriously?
Yeah, I don't expect him to pay.
Have you met anyone ever that has done that? This betting over the internet over this kind of stuff is ridiculous.
He's not going to pay.
Nobody will ever pay.
You have no discernment whatsoever. You understand absolutely zero. Roll a 6 and go and have a nap.
I mean, you're quite welcome to have a look.
Are you talking to yourself now, Lottie? Because that would make sense.
You do us a favour. Can you add Make 4 and Ali B to this call? So I can't find them.
Okay, I'll have a nosy around. See if I can find them.
Yeah, Ali B's now been ejected. Make 4 might have made it on the panel, but he keeps getting booted. I don't know what it is with Make 4. The snipers hate him. They just want to keep him out. It's really weird. Oh, now we're down to nobody in the hangout. Forced circle jerk. Great. We managed to get 47 minutes of actual open hangout.
Yeah, it was nice for
it was nice while it lasted.
And on the other hand, an empty room is better than a room filled with Lottie, so...
Right,
so Ali or... I tell you what, just one sec. Ali or Make 4, if you can just send me a message on one of the group conversations that you have been on with me, I can then find you, because I've got a million Skype messages and I just can't find either of you. So Ali...
Well, I've just sent him a request, so hopefully he accepts.
Hi Renee, how you doing? Good to have you.
I need to turn something off.
No, Rennie, you're not going to get a chance to speak today. They've decided after 40 minutes that this show's not going to be open to anybody anymore.
They're incredibly upset, aren't they? That's the thing.
Seems to be the case, yeah, unfortunately.
Where are they getting this?
Well, they were humiliated, weren't they? So, and let's face it, I mean, that's the last thing they've got to do now is just throw the toys out of the pram. So,
I don't know what they're trying to do, but it's not working anyway. It's like they think that these moments of trolling and like argumentlessly trying to make us look ridiculous, that's actually going to replace all the well worked out solid scientific evidence that we've been collecting in these hangouts, and it really doesn't. It really doesn't. And in retrospect, if Nathan wanted to, he could even edit all that nonsense out and just leave the real stuff in there.
Yeah, no chance.
If you wanted. So it's a complete waste of everyone's time that they're doing this, including their own, by the way. It's like, I wonder what they're feeling like every time, every night. Like, yeah, I wasted their time. I'm so happy with this. But do they even realize how much of their own time they're wasting? Do they understand? Or is it more like a thing that they don't want to realize that they are wasting their entire life basically doing nothing at all? Like, how are you gonna respond to others outside of all this stuff. Like, yeah, I spent like a year every day on the Hangouts making flat earthers look ridiculous. Yeah. And what do you think people are going to say about that? How stupid must you look when you're actually telling that with pride to people, outsiders? It's absurd. Absolutely absurd.
I've sent you a request to make for. Just have to accept it. I'll find Ali and do the same.
I mean, I've seen some hissy
Accepted, I'll add you to the call.
I think Ali's actually in the call, I think.
Oh, is he? Oh, yeah, so he is.
Yeah, I've seen some hissy fits in my time, but this takes the biscuit. I mean, normally they can't wait to get in here and spout the drivel, but they just don't want to know, do they?
Instead of Sniper joined to mute me, and there's no one in the Hangout. There's literally no one in the Hangout. So it literally makes no difference. It's like, what are you joining for? You've managed to stop people coming out to the public bit after 40 minutes. Fair enough. But why bother continuing to join to mute me as though it actually mutes me? It's like, oh, I've got a desk. You're not going to actually ever mute me. They haven't figured that bit out yet. They keep muting me thinking, yeah, we'll shut him down. It's like, you can't actually mute me.
I think it's a bot that does that, Nathan. It's not really a person. It's just an automated mute bot.
A mute bot?
So,
you reckon?
No, it's auto-joining and then muting everything. That's what.
I see.
Yeah, it's not a person that does that. I think the sniping may be a person, but the mute bot it's an automated thing. So it's mindless.
I've just been asked in chat, is my conscience clear? I don't know what that's all about.
Well, since we're like into flat Earth, we must be hiding something evil, of course. Like, yeah, if you're a baller, then you probably believe this, because yeah, come on, if you don't believe in the ball, you have to be evil somehow, right? There's no other way. By the way, I'm noticing Make4 is in the chat.
Yeah, I've just added him.
Oh, and another troll in chat is telling me that I know about mute bots. No, I actually don't know about bots, but I've seen this thing doing stuff in the panel, and yeah, I can just discern what it's doing, and it's clearly a bot because it's very fast. It basically does stuff well beyond the normal internet lag time and everything. It's very clear that that's a bot. It's not a person. No person can act that quickly. No person can act more quickly than you can actually track on a monitor. So it must be a bot, and it shouldn't be too hard to do. But just follow basic instructions very quickly. So it's not that hard to figure it out, really.
Nick is such an angry
It's not my field of expertise at all. So never done it, never will, don't need to.
Renty, stop sniping people, Renty. It's terrible behaviour.
Right, it was my fault, was it?
Yeah, we can snipe people in the Google Hangout here from Skype. It has this special function. We figured it out.
You're so absolute. You're so dense, Widgeon. It's unreal. I was talking to Renty, who is on the Oakley Cord channel. That is in the Hangout, you dullard.
Oh, now that
Wait,
anger's
you're
coming.
actually talking to me? Or you just talking out of your hind end, which you usually do? I don't know. Were you saying something?
I was directly replying to your inane, stupid comment.
Did I hear the word diarrhea come out of you?
Yeah, he doesn't
Does that
say
make
anything
sense?
of any value whatsoever, does he? He's not coming to ask anything sensible.
Yo.
I did. I asked a sensible question, and then I had
Hey,
Spurs
Riley.
talking
Riley.
over me, and Arwidgeon didn't get a chance to answer that question.
What? I wasn't asking you a question.
Okay, I'll ask you a question. How come you can see
I
Ireland?
asked you a question, Arwajin, you idiot.
Sorry,
Take your
I don't
bloody
know any
eyes off Dungeons and
Arwidgeon.
Dragons for a second and concentrate on the conversation at hand, you numpty.
So, hey Riley, what are you up to today? Or you just woke up?
I was just curious. Normal Gamer in chat has just said back to YouTube, if your elevation is high enough, Ireland could be visible from England. Well, we know that Ireland is visible from England, so I'd like to know what the elevation height would be required to see around the curve of the Earth, Normal Gamer.
You need a few cranes, mate.
Yeah.
Oh God, Anthony is here.
We're not seeing Ireland from Riley's footage. I think, well, Miles Davis and Al Kay proved that we were in fact seeing Ireland, because when he went back, he couldn't see the land that I could see, which I said. Yeah, he could see the Isle of Man, Normal Gamer. So what does that tell you by process of elimination? If they didn't see the same land that I saw...
I have got a genuine question for you. Just because he couldn't view the same massive land that you viewed, that doesn't mean that you're seeing Ireland. It just means he couldn't catch the same viewing angle you had, so he didn't catch the same amount of land. It's not difficult.
Does anybody want to explain to Lottie why he's just made a fool of himself, or should I do it?
No, it's a waste of time. It's very easy to explain anyone out there. Yeah, you can try talking, but we're on Skype, so we will talk over you. So stop trying. If you don't see any land in the distance at any time, when you could normally, like with Riley's footage, then it's because the air clarity is not clear enough for you to actually see that far. But if it were to be clear, then you would just see it. It doesn't really matter how high up it is. It doesn't matter. You can try talking over me, but it doesn't work. I'm on Skype. So keep on trying. It doesn't work. They'll hear me and not you. So good luck with that.
Well done, Arwin.
It doesn't matter.
So Lottie, can you explain to me what you meant there? Because I was a little bit clouded by your understanding of depth of perception.
You said they didn't catch the same land that you caught, correct?
Correct.
That doesn't mean that they can't. That doesn't mean that you're seeing Ireland. It just means that they didn't capture the same land that you captured. So your comment was absolutely retarded.
So what does it mean then? Explain to me what the land was that I saw then.
Well, we can't even begin to discern that. It just means that he didn't capture the same land that you captured. That's it. For whatever reason, we don't know yet. But it doesn't mean that you're seeing Ireland. It just means that he didn't capture the same land.
Okay, so if Nathan had shown my screen, we could work it out, because we don't like to use logic and reason. We like to use evidence.
No, we
know that you
have no logic or reason whatsoever.
Yeah. So we'll rely on evidence rather than my logic and reason, because my logic and reason is not acceptable, and neither is yours, and neither is Rumpus's, or neither is Miles Davis.
No, that's where you're wrong. No, that's where. Let me just interject quickly. It's your logic and reasoning that is not acceptable because you're so stupid. Everybody else, fine. It's just yours.
Okay. So, based on that, we haven't got their evidence properly yet because they haven't actually released it. The reality is this. I got land that I said was Ireland, and it was because it was a very clear day. We've had eyewitness testimony in the comments and on voice that it's easily seeable. You can see it regularly. So that adds weight to the claim that I was looking at Ireland. They went back to debunk me.
No, it doesn't.
No,
it doesn't.
Yes, it does. Why does it not add weight to it?
Thanks, Shane.
Because it's just conjecture. No, that's just conjecture. You're saying it can be seen regularly. When we're not here for conjecture. Remember, you're providing evidence, but it's like Nathan's evidence. Somebody in a pub saying they can see England from Ireland. Like, you're talking to an old man in a pub, and you're presenting that in a video as evidence. Like, seriously.
No, we're not saying that. We're actually showing you visual proof and measuring it out. That's real proof. It's not talking in a bar to an old man. That's what you do.
Or spells, or if we're trying to do any kind of voodoo, we'll include you. But at the moment, let the adults
it's called
talk.
Words. It's called sense. You can call it magic. I know when you really. When your words don't work because they're lies and you're just lying to yourself and you're trying to convince the audience that you're talking the truth, and somebody that does make sense actually talks and it works and you feel that, that's not magic. It's called sense.
Sure,
I know
Arjun,
it's very
Arjun,
difficult
shut
for
up.
you.
Sleeping Warrior, you can carry on if you want. Sorry for interrupting you.
Okay, so we have now eyewitness testimony from other people that live in the area that now attest to the fact that we can indeed see England from Ireland and Ireland from England. Now that adds weight to the claim that I made originally that I was looking at Ireland.
That's not
Hang on, you said I
evidence,
could
is it,
carry
Riley?
on. You said I could carry
Stop
on. So
talking
I'm gonna
over
carry-
him.
Yeah. So
No, but he's saying
I
that,
made the observation and I said that I thought I was looking at
sorry,
Ireland.
but you did say
And the problem
you're not
is,
using logic or
Miles
reason.
has
You're
gone
going to
Stop
use only
talking. Let him
evidence.
explain.
the problem is that Miles has gone back specifically to try and debunk my claim, and he's now done 2 little videos talking about nothing to do with what we were talking about, which was what he was there to debunk. However, when we go back to the evidence, we can see that the land that I saw was not observed by Miles and Al Keir. So because it wasn't observed by Miles and Al Keir, it means that they weren't seeing the same thing that I was seeing. Now, my position is that this over here is all Ireland, okay? Now, you may get this little bit that may be Isle of Man because there is a peak on Isle of Man, but all the rest of it isn't Isle of Man because it's essentially flat. So, if they get the same information back, it would support the argument that I perhaps misidentified the land and it was in fact Isle of Man, because you would expect to see this if they were looking at Isle of Man. But they didn't get this information, did they? They came back with none, which indicates to me that they were looking at Ireland. But the problem is they haven't released the information that they got.
That doesn't indicate that they were looking at Ireland. It indicates that they had a different view from yourself, and therefore it wasn't captured. It doesn't confirm it's Ireland. It doesn't confirm it's the Isle of Man. It doesn't confirm it's Scotland. It just confirms that they didn't catch the same information you did. That's it. Stop adding.
But the thing,
you're adding
the thing is, though,
to it, Riley,
if they can't see through the atmosphere as far as I could see, it would make logical and reasonable sense to think that if they can't see this far, then they're not going to see this. However, we do know that they could see this bit because they've evidenced it in their video. But they've not done this, have they? They've not gone across.
Using logical reason, Riley. Logic and reason is out of this, remember? You are only providing us with solid evidence.
No, that's just for you, Lottie.
Take logic and reason. You have none of it, remember? You're not using it.
It's just you.
Okay, then let's take the logic and reason bit out. We know that.
Hang on, wait a minute. Take logic and reason out if they take gravity out.
No, hang on. Let's take logic and reason out because he doesn't want it in.
We're doing okay here, Ranty. Don't get involved.
He wants an even playing field, so we have to just abandon reason.
So, Lottie, answer me this. If I got this part of the island and they got this part of the island, Lottie...
Please, just back off.
Lottie, listen. If I got this part of the island and they got this part of the island, wouldn't it stand to reason that if I was looking at Ireland, they would not get Ireland if it was not visible enough? Or if it was in fact Isle of Man, we would both get the same observation, and they would prove that I was only looking at Isle of Man.
No, right? Okay, I'll give you this. So you've caught that mass of land. Let's say it is Ireland. If Al and them caught it, then they're viewing the same information. Just because they haven't, it doesn't mean it is Ireland. It just means they haven't caught the same mass of land as you. That's it. We don't know what that mass of land is.
What else could it be?
We do know what the mass of land is. It's
they
not
call
Ireland,
this part
it's the Isle of Man.
Is it the magical land?
Let's say we don't know what it is as of yet. Just because they didn't catch it, it doesn't mean it's Ireland.
What is it then?
Lottie, are you trying to tell me that there was a weather variance that was so stark that they were able to see this part of Ireland, Isle of Man, but they were not able to see this little part? And because the weather there was a brick wall that just so happened to line up with the ridge that we could see, and then this had its own eco-climate. Is that what you're saying?
Sorry, I didn't catch that. Say that again, please.
It stands to reason if they could see this part of the island, they should also see the same land in the background that I got. However, the only way logically or unreasonably, or in fact evidentially, would be that it had its own microclimate, and for some reason it was pissing down with rain over here, but it must have been quite sunny here. I mean, it is possible, but I mean, how probable is that? Alternatively, they didn't see the land in the background because it was further away, and the atmosphere just wasn't as nice to them as it was for me. Come on, Lottie, what's your answer?
Nah,
oh, I did answer you. I didn't realise I was muted. Sorry, go ahead. Go again.
Okay, for the third time. If they can see the Isle of Man here, it makes sense that they would see the Isle of Man there because it's the same island and it's close to us, okay? It's the closest part of the island to us. So my position is if they could see it there, they could also see it there. However, they could only see it there, but they couldn't see it there. And what happens to be behind it? Exactly what I said. It's island, and the atmosphere wasn't as clear for them. So unless there's a microclimate or a brick wall of some kind, what's the explanation for why they've not got the land that's here?
I think it's Nathan's 1,300-foot wall. Who knows?
This is the closest part of the island. Closest part, the least blocked. This is the least blocked part, Lottie. It's the closest to us.
Lottie, I'll put it to you another way. If we were talking about the land that was over down this neck of the woods, there would be more argument to support your position that it was something to do with the weather on the day, and it was just not as good visibility with the Isle of Man. But that's the furthest part of the Isle of Man.
Why would it be different? Because it's down that side. I don't.
Correct. Because it's further away, you're looking further into the atmosphere, so the weather locally in Isle of Man may stop you from seeing all of the Isle of Man. However, on this part, where it's close to us, the weather's not going to make any difference because, A, it's the closest part to us, but also, if you're going to see these mountains of Isle of Man here, you would expect to see the same thing here. But my position is they didn't see that land, and that is proof that they failed to see the same land I did, and it was because the atmosphere was different.
Just to confirm, Lottie's mic is definitely open. This is just a stark silence.
Yeah.
Bear with me.
Yeah, but Lottie doesn't actually answer questions. He only talks over people and complains about them and tries to ridicule them. But when you actually ask him a question, we all get to see that he really doesn't know anything.
No, he just doesn't want to admit. He doesn't want to admit that there's evidence that's contrary to his belief, that poos all over his ideals and his perception of the world. And he doesn't want to admit that I did actually see Ireland. And on a spherical ball, that should not be possible because it's so far.
Balls are always spherical.
Yeah, but of the size they tell us, it should be impossible because it's behind the curvature. But we see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the whole thing. It's like, yeah.
Hang on.
You can see.
Are we? That pause was for Lottie.
Yeah. He's not answering.
He's gone back on mute now, so he's got an excuse.
Did you put him on mute?
No. He may have been sniped by Pete Shea, who joined a moment ago, as they appreciate on the ball side that for every single person that feels that it is worthy of challenge, it's humiliating for the ball every time it's challenged. So that is going to reach a stage. I'll be very surprised if Lottie isn't ejected now. We'll see if he drops. If not, that's also quite surprising, because literally every single other person has been ejected. But there we go. The point is, for them, it's terrible to talk about this subject. You know, there's no amount of challenge that can be sustained against it. So it's just going to look worse and worse and worse. So from that perspective, if I was somebody who wanted to defend the position that we live on a sphere, I wouldn't want anyone to talk to us. I would eject everybody, because no one's going to make anything better. They're only going to make things worse. So better to just not let the conversation continue. I mean, we'll see. Lottie may come back off mute. He may still be here. He may have been sniped. Still in the hangout at the moment, just currently on mute.
Oh, you're talking about me? Sorry, I'm in work, so I'm back and forth, unfortunately.
Didn't sound like you were in work when you were attacking Arwin all those times before.
Oh, it's when if someone comes into my office, then I'll have to mute or I'll have to go quiet.
All right, fair enough.
When they're not in my office,
in wrapped up in flat Earth. Let's get this right. You don't believe in flat Earth. That you're willing to risk your job to debate flat Earth whilst you're at work in an office.
I'll give you my full name.
I'm just getting that through my head. I just can't comprehend that.
Sorry, I'm risking my job.
Maybe it's mandated. It's a special clause on his contract.
Ranty, you said I'm risking my job. Can you expand on that, please?
Well, I'm just asking, how come you can be in work and just simply decide to go and debate flat Earth whilst you're at work? Unless you actually own the business.
Because I'm not a mindless idiot. I don't work in a bar or a call center, and I own lots of money, and I work for myself because I'm not a moron. And I have a high education, so, you know, it helps.
Right, okay.
Can't be that high.
So you're just really dissatisfied with your life and extremely bored. Is that it?
No.
Or have you actually personally invested in satellite projects, so you're really here to defend your own false investments and scams? Is that it? since you have all this money in this job.
It's not my fault. I don't work for Tesco's, and I haven't got any.
No, I'm saying maybe you're just defending yourself from all these employers that you actually scammed out of money for your stupid satellite projects, and you're here to defend yourself, to stop losing face, to prevent your underlings from looking with a crossed eye against you, like maybe this guy isn't trustworthy after all. So you're just defending yourself here. You're fighting for your own reputation. By the way, it's not working, but maybe that's true.
Okay, I got two questions.
Arjun, you're broke and you live in a bed sit. You literally, I am not showing you any respect at all. None. What you say means nothing.
So, need any respect.
Wait a minute. So money entitles you to respect, and if you don't have any money, it entitles you to no respect. Is that what you've just said?
Yeah, that's what he said.
What a piece of work you are, Lottie. You stuck-up, arrogant little git. And snibble in your office.
Was I on the mic and just drinking my water, probably breathing like a...
No, you're right.
Oh, what's going on?
If money is all you have, then yeah.
Right, I've got two questions, right?
Why don't you not sit in your bed sits smoking cannabis? Why don't you go outside and get a job or get some qualifications and do something good with your life? And then you'll earn some money, and then you won't sit around like a bloody nincompoop.
Will he earn respect then? Will he earn respect from you then?
No.
You'll earn respect from everybody if you become a valid member of the community. If you put something back into the community,
only people
will like and enjoy
that have
your
lots of
company.
money have respect. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sod off, Lottie.
Sorry, what did you say, Knucklehead?
I think he said sod off. I'm pretty sure you heard it.
Sod off.
I didn't. I heard the bit before that.
Close your door.
Are you going to snipe me now?
So basically, Lottie, you got nothing, right? That's the position.
He's got nothing.
I bet Lottie is one of those guys that actually, when he walks the street and he sees a bum, he actually yells at them.
You probably kicks him as he walks past and goes, "Get a job."
I'm not giving you any money. Get a job, you stinking bum. That's what I say.
Yeah. See? Well, thank you for that nice character portrait.
And do you know what I think you are, Arjun? I think you're one of those bums.
I think
on
you're
the
even
street
proud of
begging
your own
for
attitude here. You're
because
proud of being such a nasty, nasty person. It's really telling.
You're a spellcasting illiterate moron.
It's weird, isn't it?
You're a welfare food stamp collecting idiot. Do something good for the community instead of sitting around, growing your hair, rolling double sixes, and casting spells on bloody voodoo dolls.
I'm not,
says the guy who's sat in an office.
Share anything about
let's whilst he's at work.
Let's go back to the shape of the earth for a sec. Let's go back to the topic in hand for a sec. We've got Nick with Noel in chat, and I'm going to invite Nick to join and tell us all about why we can see Isle of Man and Ireland from that location, because he seems to know a lot about it because he's talking freely in the chat. However, he doesn't seem to want to join the panel, and I know that there's an embargo on, but the reality is we all know that you're retreating. The embargo doesn't really stop anything. So, Nick, if you've got all the answers for why we're seeing what we can see, join us. And in the second point, and then I'll stop for a bit. My second point is that Miles Davis and Al Key both went back up there, and they haven't produced the evidence, but we know what they've not got. We should invite. This is a cordial, respectful invitation to the two of you to come on against me and let's talk about your evidence, because I want to know what evidence you've got, because if you had anything, you'd have shouted it from the rooftops, and you haven't got anything. However, I'd like you to come on because I'm calling you again for a third time. Come and present your evidence and show us what the position is, because you can't withhold evidence that's contrary to your views and beliefs. And we know that you've got evidence, and we'd like to see it, please. How honest are you to be? Let's get Al Key and Miles Davis on the debate show at some point, and let's debate this properly. Let's do it with the evidence, and let's see what evidence that you're withholding, because I'm calling you all, you're both dishonest, because it doesn't help your position, so you're withholding it. So, Al, Miles, join us. I'll add Spurs to the call. Where is Spurs? There he is. Oh, no.
Yeah, I just want to chime in here and say that for Arwin's defence here, that anybody can debate flat Earth regardless of whether they have money or they don't. And for someone to come in and put themselves on a higher stool than somebody else simply because they have an office job is absolutely abhorrent.
He's not an office job. He's
probably haven't got an
employed
office
or
job,
whatever that is. But the thing is, hey, everybody does that. When you're completely worthless at everything else, then the one thing you're good at, that's what you're gonna actually measure the entire world with. So he's probably a very bad lover. He's a not very social person. Nobody really likes him. He's not very good at reasoning. So money is all he's got. Probably.
How would you use it?
That's how that works.
So you're saying that I don't? You're saying that I'm a bad lover? I can't even just.
Yeah, you probably have a very tiny penis. Otherwise, you wouldn't take on a girl's name. Huh? Lucky boy?
He probably does have a very tiny penis. I mean, let's be honest. If you can't bring money to the flat Earth debate because it's a bit of a problem for Lottie, I think it's a bit of a problem that you come to the flat Earth debate and not bring any evidence.
No, come on, guys, stop it. This is too much for me. You can't. Like, Sleeping Warrior, I've got a request for you. Seriously, you need to keep Arwajin out of your conversations. He is an absolute goddamn lunatic.
Yeah. I'm so sorry that I actually triggered you. I'm so sorry.
You're invited in, so why should we discriminate against Arwin in favour of you?
Like, that's the best you've got, Arwajin, you greasy wizard. He's got a small penis. Like, what?
No, not just a small penis. It's just one part of you. No, you're actually not a very social person. Nobody really likes you. And you're probably ugly as well, which, well, nobody, you can't really complain about somebody being ugly if they're actually nice, but you're not nice, so then you can't. You're an ugly, nasty, antisocial person. You're not very good at reasoning. So, yeah, money's all you got.
Good job, Lottie. Good job. You've managed to descend the conversation into just nothing but ad hom. So, well done, Lottie.
If you're sitting in a bedsit and you've got greasy hair and you smoke cannabis, I don't respect that. If you work 20 hours a week and you sit in your living room smoking cigarettes around your young daughter,
I don't need your respect. I don't need anything
on the internet than you do at your job,
right.
I don't respect that. I respect somebody that gets up and goes to work. It's not hard to understand.
Lottie,
I prefer respect from a bum that walks here down the street than from you. Because at least they're not nasty people. At least they have some measure of self-respect.
Arwin is quite right. He does not need your respect.
Look, this is what Lottie's here for. He's descended it into this. So, well done, Lottie.
What have I descended it into, Nathan? What are you trying to imply here? I'm answering questions and asking questions based on the conversation.
Yeah,
well, maybe you could answer the question. Why did Miles and Al K fail to get the same observation that I did? Was it because it was too far away and the atmosphere was too dirty and thick? Or
Sleepy, maybe you can answer why Donald Trump made a tweet 2 weeks ago. How would I know what they're doing? I can't answer why they didn't give you that information, you knucklehead.
Well, you seem to be hanging around these hangouts, so we're kind of expecting that you're paying attention. Or is your attention span like maybe one day old? It wouldn't match
that information was never brought to this hangout. I watch these hangouts. I don't watch his hangouts.
So do you keep up with what you have to accept in order to accept the photography that you definitely have seen? I've seen him in the chat, Lottie. So
I have to accept what?
Say it again, nice and slowly. So, are you up to date? Are you up to date? What you have to accept in order to view the picture of the Isle of Man if you live on a ball? Are you up to date and understand what you have to accept?
It depends, because what you say I have to accept and what I say I have to accept could be different. So I'd need to know what you think I have to accept for that to be the case, Nathan.
Okay.
This is how you.
I'll use a different yardstick for you, Lottie. What Rumpus accepts?
So I don't know what Rumpus states exactly.
Seem to be stuttering a little bit there, Lottie. A bit like
Do you
Rumpus.
know anything, dude?
Stuttered. Hold on, Arwin. Seem to be developing a Rumpus stutter there, Lottie. So I'm pretty sure that you and a few others have basically gone with the old Rumpus will solve this with maths. So the maths is explaining concepts, and I want you to explain to me what those concepts are.
The concepts are what job do you have that works on a Saturday that works
No,
in an office?
no. Let's hear Lottie explain what he must accept in order to facilitate him looking at this picture and accepting that he lives on a sphere. I want to see if he understands it or not. People like Alex don't understand it, so when I tell them about holograms, they tell me that it's not a hologram, and I want to hear if Lottie understands it or not.
Again, sorry guys, I just had to step out there. What are we saying? Sorry.
It's very convenient that you keep stepping out at points when you seem to be cornered.
Yeah, very interesting.
It's
okay, I'll give it you again, Lottie. Lottie.
If you notice, guys, I actually step out in the middle of my own conversation as well. So I could be talking and I'll mute because someone is
listen,
knocked my office door.
let's just call you on this. Can you make a noise in the background that would satisfy us that you are actually in work? Perhaps make the till ring or something that we know that would indicate.
When you're ready, Lottie, let me know. We've got a fair old amount of time left. We've got at least 40 minutes, Lottie, and you're keen to be here, and I know you're busy, but I'll wait until you tell me you're ready. Then I'll ask you the question very slowly and very clearly.
What you paranoid individuals say. If I have to go and do some work, I will. So that's it. But
Okie doke. You let me know when you're ready for it. I'll ask you the question a third time when you're ready.
I don't think Lottie's going to answer a question. I never actually heard him answer a question in all this time ever.
And can I just say, I've never once heard Lottie step away from the mic before when you would expect him to be in work at some point in all of the previous hangouts, and now he appears to be working an awful lot, and I'm calling nonsense on that. No, Lottie, make a noise in the background that would indicate that you're in work.
Fathead, what do you want me to do to prove to you I'm in work? Just give me what.
Make a noise in the background that would only associate work. So maybe make the till ring or press a drill.
He's obviously got plenty of attention to be answering a question at the moment, but he'd rather distract again. So he's back onto distraction. Are you okay to hear this question again, Lottie?
Who am I talking to now? Am I talking to Fathead or am I talking to Footballhead? I don't know. There's two.
Well, there's nobody by either name, so that doesn't help us.
You know what? I think he doesn't really have a job. I think he'd lied about that.
I don't think he has a job.
I think he's really poor and he just needs to pretend to be rich because he doesn't have anything. He doesn't have anything. He doesn't have any reason. He doesn't have any friends. He doesn't have any looks. He doesn't have anything. He doesn't have any money either. So I think he needs to pretend to be rich to have some kind of phantom worth.
They go this far. From a 50-minute conversation, he has discerned that I am ugly, I don't actually have a job, I'm poor, I have a small penis, and I can't make love to my girlfriend.
Yeah, you probably don't have a girlfriend either. Or
I can't deny any of that. Seems legitimate to me.
So, when you're ready, Lottie, you let me know.
Same thing I discerned. Yeah.
Such anger, much hate, many criticism.
Yeah, and no answer to questions. Like, has anybody here actually heard Lottie once ever answer a question that actually relates to Flat Earth or the debate? Have anybody
He said Rumpus could have it. He pretty much said that Rumpus would have it covered. That was his answer once, I think.
No, this is lies. Riley said this about me yesterday, and I couldn't even bother correcting him. He said that I've said, "Oh, well, Rumpus done the math, then that's fine." I never said that. He's lying.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
How you doing, Jamie? Can you hear us?
So carry on, Sleeping Warrior. Show me where I said that.
Jamie's dropped already.
To a video. I never said he's done the math, so that's okay. You're misrepresenting what I said. I know what I said.
What did you say?
I want Sleeping Warrior to confirm it so that I can call him a liar. I want him to say it so that I can say you're a liar. This is what I said.
Okay.
So
before you go, hold on. So we've obviously got your undivided attention now. So do you understand the concepts explained to you by the Rumpus? Can you explain what must be accepted in order to facilitate you looking at this picture and living on a sphere? Can you explain these concepts to me?
I genuinely don't know what you're referring to by concepts. You need to elaborate for me.
Things like refraction, for example.
Well, do I understand the things that the rumpus is included in his calculations? Yes.
Right.
Well,
Yeah, I'm waiting for his explanation.
Lottie
We seem
believes
to have
the
just got
rumpus.
a closed answer to a rather open question requiring an explanation.
No, it's not an open question. You said, "Do you understand?" And I said, "Yes."
Yes,
So
I said, can you explain them? Can you explain them to us so we understand that you understand, Lottie? Can you explain them to us? What you must accept in order to look at this image?
What I have to accept to look at the image? I don't have to
Yes,
accept
No.
anything.
yes,
to look
you've
at
you've understood the question. Good, good, good.
Right, so, okay, let me answer the question. I don't have to understand anything to look at the image. I just have to look at it. There we
No,
go.
that's the flat Earth
That's not an
argument.
explanation.
That's the flat
Explain
Earth
it.
argument, actually, Lottie. We just say we see things because they are there. We just look at it. That's our explanation. You have a much more complicated explanation for this on a globe. You seem to not understand it. Let's see if that's actually the case. If you can explain it back to me, I will accept that you understand it. I have detailed it on many occasions. Let's see if you can.
You have not, Nathan.
I have, concisely. I've just done 2 interviews literally in the last 24 hours detailing it for the audience. So let's see if you can do the same, Lottie.
Yeah. Show us your amazing reasoning skills. Why don't you actually answer a question?
No, it's all right, Lottie.
Explain
It's all right, Arwen. Let's just see if he can explain it. Just let it be silent if he cannot.
Well, in fact, I might just do a Nathan Oakley.
You've got this
just ignore the
stutter
question.
again. Rumpus stutter. Alert. Rumpus stutter.
What?
Go. Explain.
I
Answer the question. Explain it. Prove us you're not useless.
Sorry, I was laughing. Right.
Go. We're still waiting.
Right, I'm back. I had to step away and take a breather because I had the giggles. Right, I'm back in mode again.
No worries, Lottie. In your own time.
Oh, sorry, Nathan. I apologise. Can you ask the question again for me?
You'd like it a 4th time? No problem. Okay. So in order to accept the image that is...
And I wanted one more. I think, yeah, 4 times, please.
No problem. So, in order to accept the image that is on screen, Lottie, and live on a globe, you must accept certain things, and I would like you to detail those things for me.
What certain things are you saying that I must accept, Nathan? Because you're implementing it on me, saying you must accept these, but I might not necessarily agree with what you're saying. I have to accept.
Feel free to detail the things that you do and do not accept in order to facilitate you looking at this picture and living on a sphere. Feel free to detail what you do and do not accept, Lottie. The mic is all yours.
I do not accept any flat Earth. I do not accept any flat Earth explanation. There, that's it.
Okay, good explanation. Thanks for that, Lottie. That's very, very useful to hear. Thank you.
Thank you. No problem. It took us a while to get there, but I think we got there in the end.
We did. We did.
Took you
Any
a
other
while
questions
to
I
get
can
nowhere.
adequately answer?
Is it time for the dumb Australian to talk now?
Yeah, you go ahead,
Nope,
Make 4. You say what you like, my friend.
I just keep the party going. I have a big echo.
Yeah, never heard such a deafening silence.
Yeah, keeping it brain dead.
Perhaps he's a secretary. And he's answering the phone.
No, if he was if he was a secretary, he'd be able to make noises in the background that we would all realise that actually is to do with work.
What, sorting his boss out?
That requires multitasking.
I mean, he could have like a till in the background that he could go like beep 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 and open the drawer. That would tell us all that he's in work.
I'm not an unintelligent bum. I don't work in Tesco's. I'm not a painter or decorator.
No, but you did say that you were a shopkeeper.
I'm not one of you idiots. I don't do this kind of work. I'm not working for £6.50 an hour, you absolute morons.
Would you like to work?
You said the shop was open, right?
Would that be an increase in your wage? Nope. If you did work for £6.50 an hour?
You're an idiot.
No need to get jealous, because we earn more than you.
As a painter and decorator, are you... Ranty, there's a reason why you're a painter and decorator. You failed school and...
So I hope you're all enjoying the debate thus far, while we launch into a barrage of ad hominem attacks. If you are new to this channel, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth debate. If you would like to support this channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside each of these shows while they are live. But most importantly, if you would like to join the discussion, simply mute the page you are currently watching, then click the link in the info box below this video to join the discussion and express your views on the shape of the Earth. There are a couple of rules in the Hangout. Number one, please don't swear. If you do, you'll be ejected, and if you are, please don't try to rejoin the show using stock accounts. You'll be warmly welcome back on the next stream. If you've not done so already, please share the show, as sharing the show increases the live audience, of course, but this in turn increases the chances of a more diverse panel, so please share the show. And one last time, if you are new to the channel or you have not done so already, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth debate. There is approximately 30 minutes left on this live stream.
But if you wanna be part of us and get the extra pay, you have to like sort of accept that it could be a little bit flat. And also, then you have to have a wank in a coffin, and we all have to watch. And then you have to meet a reptilian for the first time.
Checks in the post.
Lottie, can I ask a question? Two questions, really. What's the actual official reason for the boycott? Is there one reason, or is there lots of little ones?
Back to work for him. Hello, sir. Hello. Would you like a room tonight?
Would you like sauce with them fries? Would you like extra fries? Whopper penis? Would you like a Whopper penis? That's a good
I feel bad. I'm on the fence still, guys. I shouldn't be taking sides here. I'm being mean, but I just feel lately the Globies have just been hacking us down a bit too much, you know? Us skeptics.
We've been
the Globies have been hacking us down. What are you talking about, Marcus? Have you not been alive for the last like 2 weeks?
Oh, sorry, I'm not like that. I mean in a way of just sort of, you know, insulting us. Just out of the blue.
No, we've been smashing you to pieces. We've been insulting you, and we've been showing you actual education and math. So yeah, you're right. We've been destroying you.
No, excellent, excellent. Can you explain some of that math to us, Lottie? Because we've been watching it like you have.
No, I can't, unfortunately. It's been done to you many times.
No worries. You can't explain it. Jolly good. You understand it and accept it, so long as it's not flat Earth, but you don't understand it. Okay, good to know.
I didn't say that, Nathan. You have a serious problem.
You've got this Stumpus Rutter. Stumpus Rutter. That's what I'm going to call it. You've got the Stumpus Rutter.
I haven't got time for it. Football head, take a little chill pill, relax, smoke some cannabis in front of your 2-year-old daughter, and chill. Ooh. It's all okay. There's no stress.
So, what was the official reason for the boycott?
He got upset because he found out that he worked in a call centre. That's all it was.
You're a painter and decorator. Like these menial physical jobs are meant for the dumb people in the world, and that's you, Ranty. You're a painter. You move your hands up and down for money.
But hang on. You can't explain why we can see Ireland in the background.
The reason why I personally didn't come on this anymore is because Nathan is such an insufferable, horrible, vitriolic, disgusting personality.
The reason you didn't come on anymore is you're on now.
We don't like the fact that he smokes tobacco in front of his daughter. It's one of my pet hates. In fact, I despise him for it. And that's one of the main reasons why I left.
Who cares? What are you going to do about it? Go back to the 80s, bro.
No one was asking you. I was telling the reason why I didn't want to come in here is because I don't want to see Nathan killing his own child with tobacco products. I find it disgusting and reprehensible.
Have we had a declaration that he's given up, though? I mean, he still smokes. As far as I know, he hasn't changed his position on smoking yet. We still find you here.
So Eleanor smokes. I agree with you. She does. She should probably cut down.
No. Have we had a declaration from Nathan that he stopped smoking?
No, I've just come in because I missed you guys.
Why would you be here then, Lottie?
You were on my mind. And I haven't spoken to you for a while. I just felt we should have a little conversation.
Lottie's like the kind of dude that won't touch a cigarette his whole life, and he'll hate anyone that does stuff like what Nathan's done, and then he'll be the one that dies of cancer.
Completely wrong. I've already explained that I smoke cannabis, so you're an idiot.
Ooh.
And you're wrong.
Lottie,
probably best that you
Lottie, can you explain why we can see Ireland in the background, please?
No, I can't. No, I can't. I'm afraid.
How you doing, Jamie? Can you hear us? Can you hear us, Jamie?
Yeah, good. Thanks. Yeah, I'm good.
Good to have you.
Welcome, Jamie Woodstock. Thank you for joining us here today.
Oh, I just wanted to say I can't talk for long, which I'd want to, but I just wanted to jump in and go, oh, there's nothing wrong with painters and decorators, man. They can be smart too.
I know. I know.
That was that stutter again.
That's the stutter.
I know. I was just trolling Ranty.
But I gotta
See where hate gets you,
guys. But I'll be listening. So peace out. Good show. See you later.
Doesn't decorate anymore, Jamie.
Lottie, your microphone's naff. You know that, don't you?
I know. Honestly, it's because I'm in work, so I haven't got my setup at what I've got in the house.
So,
Lottie,
where do you work, Lottie? Where do you work?
What's that, Ranty?
I said, where do you work?
Or what do you do for a living?
Yeah, what do you do for a living?
It's none of your business.
Oh,
He's
right.
a painter and decorator.
Yeah. He works at McDonald's. He works on the drive-through. That's why he keeps getting unexpected interruptions.
I work in the job
Welcome
centre.
to McDonald's. Lottie says speaking. Like May I take your order, please? So, Lottie, have you got an answer for why we can see Ireland when it's 80 miles away and it's supposed to be behind the curve of the Earth?
It sounds like a funeral parlour. He probably does. He works on his own because we haven't heard another single person at all speak. Nobody's rang his phone and nobody's knocked on his door. It's in the funeral parlour.
In office, you absolute reprobates. You guys are such idiots.
Lottie, can you explain why we see Ireland in the background at 85 miles, please?
We can't.
It's on screen.
No, you're lying to your knuckleheaded followers. It's not Ireland. We know this, Riley. Stop being fat.
So I'm lying. Okay. So if the position is that I'm lying and the evidence is presented to you on screen and you can see it.
Sorry, your fat voice was coming through then. My position on all this is that most of you, if not all of you, are not shills, trolls, or liars. You're actually this retarded. I believe you're this mean, and you genuinely believe it. Now, a lot of people think you're trolling or you're shilling for money or you're just having a laugh. But I don't. I think that you're all genuinely really this dumb.
You don't understand the maths of how to explain it on a globe, but you think we're the dumb ones. I love it.
And you asked me to explain it, and I said no. I didn't say I didn't understand it. It's really, really easy. I've done this stuff in year 8, Nathan, when I was like 12 or 13 years old.
Hold on. Let's hear it.
It's really easy.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear an explanation.
You want me to go through year 8 trick with you? I haven't got time. It's been done, and you discounted it when someone done it for you. You already discounted their explanation. So what's the point, Nathan?
Come on, Lottie, let's hear it. Let's hear the explanation. Convince me. Convince me.
I asked you a question, Nathan.
Don't ask me again, Lottie. I'm all ears.
What's the point when it's been explained to you several times and you don't understand it or you just discount it? So that's why no one even comes on here to explain to you, because you're so retarded, you don't understand it. So it's pointless explaining the stuff to you.
The point is to demonstrate whether or not you understand it, Lottie. That's the point.
Okay, that's fine. But what's the point if you don't understand me going through it? You're just going to sit there, open mouth, smoking cigarettes in front of your daughter, clueless. So it's pointless.
So she's not here.
It's not hard. Like,
it's just you and I. It's just you and I, Lottie. Just you and I.
12-year-olds understand this, Nathan. 12-year-olds.
So I want to have a demonstration of whether or not you understand it, Lottie.
Why? It's not about me, Nathan.
It is.
This is not about me.
I'm making it about you, Lottie. I am literally making it about you. Making it that way.
Well, that's fine. You can try and do what you want, but it's not about me, Nathan.
That's what I'm doing. That's what's happening. We are live.
This is your channel. You've had people come on to explain. Why don't you show that you understand it?
I have.
And then people will say, maybe, Nathan, no, you haven't.
I have.
I haven't seen that.
All right, it's called Flat Earth QED. Obviously and observably flat. It's been watched by about 1,300 people so far. It's been up for about a day. I eloquently explained the position in that demonstration. Oh, you seem to be talking over me, Lottie. You seem to be talking over me. So I'll explain again, Lottie. It's to demonstrate whether or not you understand it. That's what I'm doing. I'm asking you.
That was the pre-question. After that, you said you've done a video showing that you understand it. Is that what's in that video, that you understand it?
So yeah, that's a demonstration of my understanding, and for the audience's sake, I would like you to demonstrate whether or not you understand it. Simple.
That's fine. I'm going to. I don't know if I want to. I really don't want to, but I will go and watch your whatever it is. I don't know, LBTGQED or whatever it is. Flat Earth LGBTQED. I'll go and watch your video, and we'll see if you understand it, Nathan.
Yeah, I'm trying to establish whether or not you understand it.
That's fine. I don't have to justify myself to somebody who doesn't understand it. Like, it's pointless. It's like a 5-year-old coming up to me and saying, do you understand trigonometry? I can't explain it to that 5-year-old because that 5-year-old is too stupid to know what they're talking about.
And we're trying to now establish if you are smarter or dumber than a 6-year-old. That's what we're trying to establish. For the audience, the audience now wants to know if you are smarter or dumber than a 6-year-old. If a 6-year-old understands it, I'm sure you are perfectly capable of explaining it. So off you go. Is that giggle your answer? Is that your explanation?
No, I'm laughing at you, Nathan, because I've explained to you I haven't got time. I can't do it now. I literally finished. I'm going home in about 20 minutes. I haven't got time to do it. But I'm more than willing to do this with you, Nathan, if you want. It's really easy. In fact, Paul and Rumpus being on your show actually inspired me to go back and look at all this information that I studied when I was in high school. And when you look at it again, it's so easy to understand. This is why I don't get how you don't understand it.
Tell me all about it. Tell me. You've told me how simple it is several times. The audience has all heard how simple it is. Now explain it.
What? I haven't got time, Nathan. I haven't got anything in front of me. I'm in my office. I'm on my cheap phone. I haven't got anything in front of me. But Mark, this is recorded. I will go through this with you, Nathan, if you want. If you want to have a hangout. Wait there, I'm talking. If you want to have a hangout, me and you will go through it, and we'll see who understands it.
I don't think you understand, Lottie. We are. That is what's happening right now.
No, okay, so I've just explained to you I'm going home in 10 to 20 minutes. I haven't got time. But we can arrange, if you like, for me and you to go through it at a later date. Would you like that, Nathan?
Do you think 20 minutes isn't sufficient? Do you need an hour-long presentation? Okay, I'll book that for you. No worries.
Nathan, answer my question. Okay,
no worries.
Right,
no, I'm saying, no problem. I can arrange that for you. Only yesterday I was discussing with Jaren how maybe I should open the floor up to have individual one-on-one debates, Lottie. So I'm more than willing to do that, Lottie. I'll open the floor for you to give an hour-long presentation if 20 minutes isn't enough.
Me and you, Nathan. We'll have a hangout and we'll go through together. Just me and you, a private hangout.
Like now, not private, public, like this. So like now, but 20 minutes isn't sufficient, so is an hour sufficient?
No, it's because I'm in work. I have to leave, so I haven't got time to go through it. But me and you can organise a public hangout.
We'll figure out when he has got time to do it. We'll figure out when he has got time. So, when do you need this hour arranging for you to detail in your hour-long presentation? Is an hour sufficient to do a presentation on how it works on a globe, Lottie? Is that going to be sufficient for you?
Presentations have to be at least 1 hour. That's the rule.
No, you tell me. You said 20 minutes isn't enough. We've got 15 minutes approximately now. How long is long enough? I'll arrange it. I'll book a time. I'll arrange the hangout, advertise it, the full shebang just for you so you can explain it. Because a 6-year-old can understand it. So you'll do a really good job of explaining to the audience how it works on a globe. I'll give you however long you need.
All major presentations need to be 1 hour, Nathan.
Okay, an hour. I'll book it. Lottie says the Earth is a globe. Here's a picture of the Isle of Man and how it works with Lottie. Lottie says how it works.
I think we misunderstood it. We're talking about going through trigonometry and geometry and how we understand it.
Yeah, a 6-year-old can understand it, right, Lottie? 6-year-olds understand this stuff, so you will be able to explain it in an hour-long demonstration. When would you like me to book this for? I will set a date for this hangout.
Listen to me. Me and you are going to go through geometry and trigonometry together.
I know what we're doing. Just tell me a time. Just need a date. Just need a date. Tell me when. When? When do you want to do it, Lottie? When's your presentation?
Okay. I can. You know what? I can do any day after Monday. Any day after Monday. And it's
Tuesday.
Not my presentation, Nathan. It's between me and you to see who... This is, again, like I said, this is not about me understanding it. I know I understand it. It's really easy. We're going to go through it to see if each other understands it. Okay?
Really easy, but it takes an hour to explain. I don't really get that bit, but if it's really easy, surely it's concise as well.
Football head, I need to know that you understand what we're going through, not just me presenting to you, because
what we're demonstrating is not that. There is adequate demonstrations of my understanding available for people to watch. What we are trying to establish, Lottie, is whether or not you understand it.
No, that's where you're conflating the issue and you're misrepresenting. I need to establish whether you understand.
We are trying to establish if you understand, and you need an hour to explain it. Now I'm just trying to tie you down to a time and a date. That's it, Lottie.
Nathan, okay, listen.
Tuesday, at what time? What time on Tuesday are you free, Lottie?
Nathan, just a second. You think I don't understand it, and I think you don't understand it. So the purpose of the hangout is to establish if either of us understand it. That's it.
Okay.
Not for just me or just... We both need to go through this, because I know you don't understand this.
It has been demonstrated that I understand it. Concisely demonstrated. I'm trying to establish if you understand it, and you want to set an hour-long slot to do a demonstration. That's where we're at. So I just need a time for this demonstration. When, Lottie?
Okay, so is this now just turned into... Okay, I just want to shout out Meridian 90. Thank you, Meridian 90. Listen, Nathan, this is a hangout. We're doing a hangout. I need to make sure this is clear because I don't want you getting out of this because I know once you start talking... No, shut up. Once you start talking about anything to do with geometry, you're going to lose it. I know for a fact. So I want you to be in the hangout and I want you to establish your knowledge of geometry as well. Okay, Nathan?
Why don't you want to do it in front of everybody?
Hold on.
Ask Nathan a question. Is that okay, Nathan? The hangout is for both of us to understand our concept of geometry. Is that okay?
No, Lottie. I want you to demonstrate to the audience. This is now the 5th time. Hold on. It's now the 5th time I've explained this to you, Lottie. I want you to explain your understanding of this image based on your understanding of the sphere and what is necessitated in order to look at this image.
Year-olds understand geometry and you don't. You asked whether I understand it, so we're going to have a hangout to see who understands geometry. Okay? That's it. It's a hangout to see who understands
you don't want
more
to do
of
this
geometry.
So you don't want to demonstrate your understanding of this image and what it takes to look at it based on living on a sphere. You don't want to do that then anymore. You now want to have a hangout about our understandings of geometry. Is that correct?
That's what the hangout was. That's what we agreed to, you snivelling dweeb.
No, that's not what I want to demonstrate. I want to demonstrate your understanding of what it takes to look at this image if you live on a sphere. That's what I want to demonstrate to the audience. You now want to demonstrate whether or not I will have a hangout about geometry, which is not what I want to demonstrate to the audience at all.
To demonstrate whether you understand geometry. Are you up for that, Nathan? That's my request.
No. What I'm up for is either you spend the next 15 minutes distracting, or maybe you will get an opportunity. Oh, we've been joined by the Rumpus. Hello, Rumpus. How are you?
Hello.
Rumpus, give me a couple of minutes with this guy, because I want to arrange
couple
this.
Of minutes. You've had about 15. Solid. Distracting. How you doing, Rumpus?
Nathan, just a second. Nathan, I want me and you to have a hangout.
Right, chewed out enough time for somebody with a brain. It's okay, Lottie. Somebody with a brain has arrived to save you.
Your question, do you want to go and hang out with me to see who understands geometry?
No, I've already given you the answer. That's the second time I've said it.
Because you don't understand it, Nathan.
No, I've said I want you to detail what it takes to look at this image when you live on a sphere. That's what I've asked for. We got to the point where we were arranging a time, and then you wanted to change it. So that's okay, Lottie. My answer is no, it was clear. Yours was ambiguous, and we got to the time where we were arranging dates for you to demonstrate what a 6-year-old could understand. But now we want something different. So it's okay, Lottie. Someone else has come to save your bacon.
No.
No. Okay, that's fine, Lottie. No. Good response.
I was referring to 12-year-olds when I said they could understand it, and I was referring to geometry, and that's what I said you can't understand, and that's what I wanted to have a hangout with you on. It's not hard.
That's nice.
Difficult to follow.
That's lovely. How nice. GeoStreamer wants hangouts with me too. Lots of people want hangouts with me at the moment, Lottie. I'm very in demand. It's nice. But no, thank you, but no. It's okay. I'm good.
Nathan, I'd like to know what Rumpus has got to say about this.
I'd like to hear Rumpus too, but Lottie can't keep his mouth shut now that someone's come here to save his bacon.
What do you mean? I've been talking non-stop. So if I was quiet, then you could be like,
"Oh, all right, you got to go soon, Lottie. Very busy day at work, my friend. Very busy day. Better toddle off. Very busy.
Better lock up the office.
Better lock up, mate. Yeah. Do the tills. Cash up.
Lottie, there's a car at the drive-through.
You guys, you have dead-end job, like right now.
Part-time Lottie.
Works in Tesco.
Part-time Lottie.
8 hours a week.
Car at the drive-through, Lottie. Car at the drive-through.
Sleeping Warrior.
I'm pretty sure you're in a big hurry, aren't you, Lottie? Are you still in that hurry, my friend? Very, very big hurry, big rush. Not enough time, my friend. Time running short.
You've got to swipe out.
Got to clock out, mate.
Delivery drive.
Chop, chop. Anyway, Rumpus, we going to hear anything from you, my friend? Any more failures to prove the Earth is a sphere with mathematics?
Oh, no, I can prove it is. With all the evidence of...
Look, somebody's joined and immediately snarked Rumpus out. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. He was only going to make your case worse. Let's face it. Very sensible. Whoever the general is in charge of Sphere PR, I would have sniped the Rumpus too. I wouldn't want him making your globe look worse than it already is. And let's face it, the Rumpus would have just been sincere and honest and explained that you can see your own arse with refraction. It would have been funny, but unfortunately, the powers that should not be have decided Rumpus won't get to speak today. Oh well, never mind.
He did
Lottie's still here.
Shackled, didn't he?
Lottie's still here. Big rush, but still in the hangout.
Yeah. So Nathan, just to clarify, you don't want to hang out with me so we can go over the basics of geometry and...
No, for the third time. So just to clarify, you don't want to detail how and what it takes to look at this picture if you're an idiot and think you live on a sphere. You don't want to do that, right, Lottie? You don't want to tie down a time after Tuesday? You haven't got a time for me? Someday after Tuesday, Lottie? No?
On Tuesday. Can we do it on Tuesday, Nathan?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, and at the same time, we're going to go over both of us understand of trigonometry and geometry. How about that?
How long will your presentation take? An hour to explain this image on a sphere, yeah? We'll see if we've got time for that after. We'll get that first, and then we'll see how we go. How about that? I won't commit, but we'll see how we go. You explain this image on a sphere to me in that hangout, and then, you know, we'll see how much time we've got left. Is that good by you?
I want you to agree. Me and you are going to go through the understanding of geometry.
We may have time. We may or may not have time. Obviously, like you, Lottie, I am sometimes pushed for time. Sometimes things come up, so I can't guarantee that. But my intention is to do that, yes, Lottie. That's absolutely my intention. We will start out with the thing I requested, which is that you detail what it takes to look at this image on a sphere. And then, if we've got time, we'll go on to geometry. How about that? Is that a fair compromise?
You are, my presentation is only going to take 30 minutes. I will do a 30-minute presentation, and then me and you can spend 30 minutes on geometry and trigonometry.
If there's time, yes, absolutely agreed.
You agreed for me to do an hour presentation. I've now half the time I'm going to do the presentation to 30 minutes, as long as me and you can spend 30 minutes going through our understandings of geometry.
That's right, so long as we can go through your understanding of what it takes to look at this image on a sphere. That's right, Lottie.
Yes. We'll do that, and then we go through geometry. That's great.
That's right.
That's fine.
All on the pretense that if we've got time to do all this. But when's the time exactly? What time on Tuesday?
You greasy sleazeball. That you don't understand how bad that makes. All on the pretense we've got. Like, you just don't want to go through it because you don't understand it, Nathan.
Oh, right, like you're still here, but you should have locked up the office and you don't want to go through it right here and now. It's the same principle, but you don't like your own tricks being used against you. I understand that, Lottie. I like to pick up people's weapons and shove them in their face. That's what I like to do. It's funny for the audience.
You're killing me today, Nathan.
Yeah, I am literally killing you with your own weapon. That's what I do because the audience like it. But I like to make people like you, Lottie, look like a complete moron. And I've achieved that admirably today. I think everyone will agree.
And what about this? On Tuesday, we do
what about this? You are a moron, Lottie. You are quite literally the thickest person I've ever had on this panel. You are quite literally dumb. Dumb and stupid. You have absolutely no chance of explaining in any way, shape or form how to view this image on a sphere because you are thick. Do you understand that, Lottie?
Let's go through geometry. Let's go through basic geometry, Nathan. It's basic math you taught at like 12, 13 years old.
Yeah, you keep telling us.
Me and you will go through it.
Keep telling us, but you don't ever actually get to the details, do you? Because you are thick, and everyone understands that.
See who's thick.
You're thick.
See who's thick.
Lottie,
we'll go through.
Lottie, listen.
We'll go
You're
through.
boring me with the talk about geometry,
Nathan. How about stuff that's taught for 10-year-olds? How about that?
Lottie, you're boring me with the talk of geometry. Can we not talk about the apparent curvature of the Earth and the lack of it?
And with that, I'm going to say, first and foremost, a huge, massive, enormous thank you to all of the live audience for tuning in and hopefully for sharing this show. Be sure to share if you've not done so already. And if you've not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth debate. A massive thank you to all of the debating panel for making this debate possible. I've been Nathan Oakley, and I'll see you all in the next video.